Hello. What comes to your mind when you hear words public speaking? Perhaps some serious, sophisticated lecturer talking about some sophisticated stuff, or a powerful politician delivering some important speech that can affect the lives of entire nations. I don't know about you, but that's the stereotypical images that come into my head whenever I hear those words, public speaking. So this is why I've got highly annoyed when I learned that I need to take this course toward my bachelor's degree in nursing science. Why? Why do I need to be proficient in public speaking? I'm not that powerful. I'm not that knowledgeable. Why? Well, I found the answers in the book of Scott Berkun, Confessions of Public Speaking. But let me quickly tell you who Scott Berkun is. He started his path studying computer science and philosophy. Then he worked for Microsoft for like about 10 years, and he been very successful there. He was a program manager and engineer, and then he left to write books. So as of today, he's an author of 6 best-selling books, and he's a public speaker that teaches people worldwide about management, leadership, innovations, and creative thinking. So going back to my question, why? After reading this book, I really understood that public speaking is not about speaking. It's about a good communication. And the difference is that while you speak, it's like one-way street. You're preaching, the other side is listening. Versus communication, which is a two-way street, where both sides are equally involved in this process. So Scott broke it down, and according to him, good communication involves thinking, ability to feel your audience, and ability to get your message across. And those are the skills that we need every day, any of us, no matter what you do. Every time when we run into somebody that we have to talk, this is the goal, to make sure that people understand us. So, thinking. In his book, Scott says that good public speaking is based on good private thinking. In other words, even the most brilliant idea have to be first well processed and backed up with the right arguments before it's conveyed to others. And I really like how he pointed that it's a pure disrespect when you start talking without really being prepared for talking. And it's equally bad whether it comes to the absence of strong points or a poor organization of those points. So once your audience will discover that you're not prepared or you don't know what you're talking about, they will stop listening. So think carefully about what you're gonna say, because this investment of time is really worth it, and it will guarantee you attention of your audience, even if they're completely disagreeing with your points. So keeping the attention, it has to do a lot with how well you're connected with your audience. As Scott says again, a good speaker don't have to be eloquent, but must care deeply about what audience really can use from his speech. How? Well, you have an idea, you should have an idea who you're dealing with. What does people know already, what they want from you, and what you can give them. And you have to be honest. In fact, honesty is the quickest way to gain attention and respect, even when you're surrounded with people who hate you or who are very skeptical about your arguments. So now we can talk about how to deliver your message. And once again, keeping people's attention is the main point here. Scott says that science of attention is a science of boredom. Stop doing boring things. Stop saying boring things. And you've got them. You've got their attention. And this is so true. And the first thing that comes to my mind when I hear that is teachers. And in this, Scott devoted the entire chapter talking about good teachers, bad teachers, and differences between them. And you really can see the straight parallel between the good teacher and a good public speaker, because both of them have the same goal of instilling knowledge. And I'm sure all of you experience bad teachers, good teachers in your life. And even though sometimes it's hard to define in words who they are and how, but we always can spot them. But Scott did that. He did explain what is the difference. The difference is that the good speaker, just like a good teacher, never going to be acting like a center of attention. Instead, the whole attention is going to be given to the audience. So Don't preach. Make it interesting. Give them the insight. Engage your audience. Encourage them to ask questions, but not in an intimidating form. Share stories, but most importantly, remember, you are learning with them. And finally, another critical element of getting your message or teaching across is to make your message as concise and clear as possible. As he says, if it takes you 10 minutes to explain your point, something gotta be very wrong. So before my 10 minutes are up, I want to finish my talk and say what I really learned again in this book is that public speaking is about skillful communication. When you think your idea through, know how to back it up, put it in words, and then you deliver it. But always keep in mind who are those people or person who are you talking to, what they want, and what you can tell them. And Confessions of Public Speaker book is an excellent and fun manual that can teach you how to make this process as enjoyable as possible for both sides, the speaker and the audience. And I want to finish my talk with Scott saying that thinking and communicating better will help you every important relationship in your life, including relationship with yourself. Thank you so much for listening. Bye-bye.